Malia Obama, who is many people's favorite of the Obamas, she seems really mellow and she's got a good head on her shoulders. She got into Harvard University and decided to take a gap year, which is a year off from school between when you graduate high school and you go into college. Now, some people say this is a good idea. Some people say this is a bad idea. I think the only person to whom this is important is Malia Obama. But just a little background on gap year. Some people take it to travel. Some people take it to find themselves. Some go get a job or follow a passion project. It's encouraged by Harvard University. They say in 2012, they said between 50 and 70% of their incoming freshmen took a gap year. At Middlebury College, they said it leads to a higher GPA. People who took a gap year get that perspective. There's an article on Harvard's website that says timeout or burnout. Either take time out or it's possible you could burn out. And the people who are against Malia doing this say to have the luxury to take time off after having gone to private school their whole life, to go to another private school where their success is all but guaranteed, and then to be able to take a year off to find themselves. Who knows? Anna knows. Let's hear what your side of it is.
I think it really depends on the person. Anyone who's criticizing her for taking a gap year needs to find something better to do with their time. Because if you're concerned about what the president's daughter is doing, well, then you don't have enough going on in your own life.
Yeah.
But what I will say is it really varies based on the person and their personality. I was the kind of person who just wanted to get started, right?
Yeah.
So I started taking college classes while I was in high school because I was so eager to go to college. And then, you know, once I got out of high school, immediately went to college, immediately got my master's after that. That's the kind of lifestyle that I was up for. That's what I wanted. But that's not to say that taking a gap year is a bad idea. Yeah, if you want to go explore what your interests are, your passions are, that makes a lot more sense. I already knew what I wanted to do. Right? A lot of people, especially right after high school, have no idea. It's a waste of money and a waste of time to just go into college without knowing what your calling is.
Someone who may have wasted time and money in college is on this side of the camera. I didn't do it. I remember the first, there's a meeting of people in your area for us, and we went to this place, and there was a guy who was 19 who just got done with a gap year, and he went to Europe, and he had long hair, and I was like, should I do that? And I didn't. And the thing was, I liked being at college. I liked all my friends. I had the opportunity to go abroad, but I was like, I really like it here. I'm in a band. I've got a girlfriend. I want to stick around. And I felt like I'd go, I'll travel later. And I did, but it did take me a long time to gain that perspective. It wasn't until after I got out of college that I was able to look around and be like, oh my God. Life isn't about people giving you assignments and you doing them.
Yeah.
There is a certain feeling you get when no one's telling you what to do next.
Yes.
That can be accomplished with something like a gap year.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to traveling, I wanted to travel after finishing my bachelor's because I wanted to be able to go to Europe and not feel guilty about the amount of bad things I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? The default answer to any type of criticism I got for the bad behavior was, I already got my college degree. Now it's time to fuck around, right?
Yeah.
But again, it really depends on who you are as a person, what works better for you, and whether or not you want, or whether or not you know what you want to do, right? If you know what you want to do, I would argue you should just go for it and go full force. Don't listen to those college counselors that tell you to not take more than 4 classes a semester. Go for it, full force. 6 classes a semester, finish that degree in 4 years, then go to Europe and go nuts.
Yeah! I like that. That's
Yeah.
motivation. I, however, didn't declare my major until the cutoff to be in the graduation announcements.
Really? How did you get away with that?
I ended up taking the classes I wanted to take, and I looked around end of junior year, and I was like, what am I closest to?
What was your degree in?
Political science.
Oh, interesting.
So I did that. I was in a lot of activities. But really, I never had that feeling. It wasn't until I think the world that I got into was my ability to resist the urge to over-define myself. I didn't ever really panic at that, I don't know what I want to do. It was scary, but I wasn't some people I felt panic and take classes and then in a certain like area that they just suck at, but they feel like they have to. And I didn't want to do that. I tried a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah.
For a while, I was a major called symbolic systems, which was like computer science and philosophy. And it was really cool. But like my schedule mandated I took this one class that was like a graduate electrical engineering class. And I was like, I have no clue.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just this weird thing where I was like, no, I do like political science. I'll get into that. And after college, I didn't even have a job lined up or anything. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes things work out the way that they're supposed to work out. But one thing that I want to tell you guys, it's like probably the biggest piece of advice I wish I had taken when I was in college. Obviously, I was in a rush to get through it, right? And then you get through it and you start your career and you realize all the little perks that you get when you're a college student disappear. No more summer break, no more winter break, no more spring break. It's constant work. If you're lucky enough to find a job that gives you paid time off, you will maybe get 3 weeks a year where you can take that time off.
Maybe. We had 6 days in my first job. You got 6 days off a year.
Enjoy college while you're there, okay? Take full advantage. Take advantage of those days of the week when you don't have any classes scheduled and you can just diddle around as much as you want. Like, those are the great moments of college that people take for granted. It's awesome.
Good God.
Writing papers is nothing compared to the real world. Writing papers is a cakewalk compared to what you go through in the real world. I
thought one of the first moments of like, this is what I learned from college that works, is the ability to articulate a thought. And that's it. The other is just solving problems. Like, as you don't get assignments as much in the world of working, but you are like faced with problems that it benefits you to solve. Like emotional problems, whatever, talk it out. Whatever you need. But like in a job, like if this is an inefficiency, like job, work, life is solving that inefficiency and getting it done.
Yep.
And that's and learning how to think is what they teach you in college. But I don't know, I'm fine with this. And it's possible that Malia Obama might just want to take a year and spend it with her dad.
Right.
Because that's a busy job.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's been a little busy over the last 8 years. So spending a little bit of time with your daughter doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a gap year? Have you? I want to hear stories. Give us those thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And we'll see you next time on Popular Trigger.